Welcome traders. In this video we're going over the trade idea for the linear regression and the CCI. This chart in front of you is the chart that we're ultimately trying to get to, but I'm going to show you how we get to this chart. If we bring up a new chart in our indicator window, the first thing we can do is we can add two linear regressions. We want to set the first with a period of 8, color logic rising falling. Display type, we want to do bar color outline. And then if we come down to the plot style, we're going to change the dash style to dot. The second linear regression, we want to change to a period of 8. We want to change the color logic to rising falling. Our display type, we want indicator color. And then we also want to change the step function normalized. And I'm going to change the width to 4. So let's see what that looks like. That looks pretty good, but let's add our crossover. So let's just set that up the exact same way we set up our other two linear regressions. Now our long term is going to have the normalized, the period of 8. And then we want the color logic to be a crossover. And then we want to change the display type to fill between MAs and change the opacity to 3. Hit apply, let's see what that looks like, and we look good. We can add one more linear regression, period of 8, and this time we're going to change use as oscillator to true. We're going to put it in a new panel, and then I'm going to change this width to 4. Looks good, but let's add some color to it. And now we have our colored linear regression oscillator. The next thing we have to add is the CCI. So let's add these two versions of the CCI. The first, we're going to do a 14 period. We want level 0, which will be 0. Color style, we want above below threshold, and then we want to paint the indicator color, and we come down to the CCI. I want to make it a bar at 5, and then I want to make all of this transparent. And I'm making it transparent because I'm going to overlay it on top of the linear regression oscillator. In this way, when I overlay it, there's not going to be too many lines. And the new panel, no, I want it in number 2, and I want it justified to the left. The next CCI, 14 period, but we want level 2, which is the 200 threshold. Plot style, we want above below threshold. And then we want the background color. We don't want background color all, because the all would paint the panel where the candles are. So I just want where the indicator is, so I'll do background color. And then I'm going to change the colors to yellow. And then I'm going to change the CCI plot itself to transparent, as well as all the lines. And there we go. Now we have all the indicators set up. It's looking really good. So let's start looking at some setups. I also want to add that we only like trading during RTH. So here's 9:30. We look for a cross, or when the step linear regression changes color, we get a cross down first. Also, we get the CCI down. But the linear regression oscillator was just up, so we have to wait for it to go below 20, which goes below 20 on this bar right here, and then the market sells off. If we go back a day, go to 9:30, we get a cross up. When we get a cross up, the linear regression oscillator is above 80, the CCI is above 0, so that says the trend most likely has changed, and then the market auctions up. When it auctions back down, we get a cross of the moving average. But then when we look to our other indicators, the CCI is down, check. But the linear regression oscillator has not gone below 20. It's dipped below 50, but it has not gone below 20. So we haven't hit all the criteria of a setup. Then we get another switch on the moving average at 11:05, but it's not until a bar later on this bar here where the CCI is a greater than 0 and the linear regression oscillator is above 80. Now the linear regression oscillator, it just needs to go above 80 once. If it comes back below 80, that's okay. It just needs to go above it once when you have that initial change in trend. Now I'm going to show you a slight variation of this. This is the ES. I'm going to show you a variation on the ZN. Our favorite bar type on the ZN is the 3 range. But what I did is I changed the linear regression moving averages, the step and the non-step, to a multi-time frame, to a 6 range. So what you're looking at is a CCI based on a 3 range, a linear regression oscillator based on a 3 range, and a linear regression moving average and the cross based on a 6 range. So if I bring up the indicator settings, you can see multi-time frame, true 6 range, true 6 range, and then our cross, we have a 6 range and a 6 range. I'm going to post the chart templates for both NinjaTrader 7 and NinjaTrader 8 in this post. If you have any questions, feel free to email us, support@theindicatorclub.com.